Part 5. Content creation, turning attention into an asset. Here is a sentence that explains the modern economy better than any economics textbook. Attention is the new oil. Every company on earth needs attention to survive. Attention is what turns into customers, and customers are what turn into revenue. Companies spend hundreds of billions of dollars every year buying attention through advertising. And here's the wild part, the platforms where that attention lives: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. X, LinkedIn, podcasts will let you, an individual with a phone, capture that attention for free. No license required, no permission needed, just content. When you build an audience, you're not just becoming a creator, you're drilling your own attention well. And once you own attention, you can monetize it in more ways than any other model on this list. Let me count them. Ad revenue. The platforms pay you a share of advertising money for the watch time you generate. Sponsorships. Brands pay you directly to mention them, and they often pay far more than ad revenue because they're buying your audience's trust, not just their eyeballs. Affiliate income. Everything we discussed in the last section becomes 10 times easier with an audience. Your own products, digital products, courses, services sold directly to people who already know and trust you, which is the highest margin monetization that exists. Memberships and communities. Superfans paying monthly for closer access. And the invisible ones, an audience brings you job offers, clients, partnerships, and opportunities that money literally cannot buy. This is why I called attention the slowest but most compounding door. Every other model gets easier once you have an audience. An audience is a master key. Now, how do you actually build one without getting lost for 2 years? Let me give you the framework. Step 1. Choose your content intersection. The sweet spot sits where 3 things overlap: what you know or are actively learning, what you can talk about for 2 years without burning out, and what some group of people actively wants to consume. Notice I said or are actively learning. One of the most powerful beginner positions is the documenter. You don't have to be the expert on the mountaintop. You can be the climber sharing the journey. I am trying to learn video editing in 90 days. Come watch, and audiences love the journey format because it's relatable in a way polished expertise isn't. Step 2. Choose one platform. 1. Beginners who post everywhere, master nowhere. Each platform is its own language. YouTube rewards searchable, deep content with strong titles and thumbnails. Short form Reels, TikTok Shorts rewards hooks, pacing, and volume. LinkedIn rewards professional insight and storytelling. X rewards sharp, condensed ideas. Pick the one that matches your natural format. Long talker, go YouTube. Quick and punchy, go short form. Professional niche, go LinkedIn and go all in for 6 months before even thinking about a second platform. Step 3. Understand the anatomy of content that grows, because virality is not luck, it's structure. Every piece of high-performing content has 3 components. The hook, the first 3 seconds, or the title thumbnail combination, whose only job is to stop the scroll by opening a curiosity gap or making a bold promise. The retention engine, pacing, story, payoff loops, the structure that keeps people watching, because every platform's algorithm ultimately measures one thing: did people stay? And the payoff, delivering on the hook's promise so completely that people trust your next piece of content. Creators obsess over hooks and forget payoffs, which gets them views but never subscribers. Subscribers come from payoffs. Step 4. Volume with feedback. Here's the truth about your first 50 pieces of content. Most of them will not be good, and that is not a problem. It's the process. You cannot think your way to good content. You can only publish your way there. But volume alone isn't enough. It's volume with feedback. After every 10 pieces, study the data. Which ones held attention? Which hooks worked? Which topics spiked? Double down on what the audience tells you. Kill what they ignore. The creators who blow up aren't the most talented. They're the fastest learners with the highest output. And let me address the elephant in the room. I don't want to show my face. Fine, you don't have to. Faceless content is a massive and growing category. Narration over visual, screen recordings, animations, AI avatars, and AI voiceovers, stock footage, storytelling, data visualizations. Entire channels earning 5 figures a month have never shown a human face. The face was never the requirement, the value was. And with today's AI production tools, a single person can run a faceless content operation that would have required a small studio 5 years ago. The honest timeline, months 1 through 3, you're posting into the void, tiny views, no money, pure skill building. Months 3 through 6, the algorithm starts to understand you. A few pieces outperform, patterns emerge, monetization thresholds come into view. Months 6 through 12, the compounding begins. Your back catalog works for you, growth feeds growth, and the monetization layers start stacking. First ad revenue, then affiliates, then sponsorships, then your own products. Most creator income curves are flat for months and then bend sharply upward. The flat part is the price of admission, and it filters out almost everyone, which is exactly why the rewards on the other side are so large. The killer mistakes: copying big creators instead of studying why their content works, changing niches every month, so the algorithm never learns who to show you to, measuring success by subscriber count instead of by skill growth in your first 6 months, posting without hooks because my content speaks for itself, it doesn't, nothing does, and building an audience without ever building an email list or an offer. Attention you never monetize is just unpaid entertainment. That's door 3. Now let's stack doors together, because the next model combines skills and leverage into the fastest path to serious monthly income. Part 6, the agency model. Selling results, not hours. Remember freelancing ceiling? You sell hours and you only have so many. The agency model is what happens when a freelancer grows up and starts selling systems instead of hours. Here's the model. Instead of doing every piece of client work yourself, you productize a service, meaning you turn it into a standardized, repeatable package with a fixed scope and a fixed monthly price, and then you build a delivery system around it using processes, tools, contactors, and increasingly AI, so the business can serve many clients without consuming all of your personal time. Let me make it concrete. A freelance video editor charges per video and works alone, cap income. An agency owner sells a package, 15 short form videos per month for your business, fully managed, $2,000 a month. They land 5 clients, that's $10,000 a month in revenue. They hire 2 skilled editors to handle production while they handle quality and client relationships. The owner has stopped selling their hours and started selling an outcome delivered by a system. Same skill, completely different business. The magic phrase in that example was per month. Agencies run on retainers, recurring monthly contracts, and recurring revenue. Changes everything about a business is psychology. Instead of starting every month at zero and hunting for projects, you start the month already knowing your income. 5 clients at $2,000 a month is a 6-figure annual run rate built on a service you already know how to deliver.
What services work as productized agencies? The pattern is anything businesses need continuously, that has clear deliverables, and that they'd rather outsource than hire for. Short-form video content, social media management, paid advertising management, SEO and content, email marketing, lead generation and cold outreach, web maintenance, bookkeeping, appointment setting systems, and the newest gold rush AI automation services where you build chatbots, workflow automations, and AI-powered systems for businesses that know they need AI but have no idea how to implement it. That last category is one of the most underpriced opportunities on the internet right now because demand has exploded years ahead of supply.
The agency playbook in 5 moves. Move 1, pick one service for one niche. Short form video for real estate agents. Lead generation for dental clinics. Niching down feels like shrinking your market. It actually does the opposite, because specialists win deals, charge more, and can reuse the same playbook across every client in the niche. Your 10th dental clinic client gets better results than your first because you've seen everything dental clinics need. That's compounding expertise, and generalists never get it. Move 2, package with a fixed scope and price. No custom quotes, no hourly billing. Here's what you get, here's what it costs monthly. This makes selling faster, delivery repeatable, and your income predictable. Move 3, land the first 3 clients yourself, deliver the work yourself, and document every single step as you go. Those documents become your standard operating procedures, the instruction manual of your business, and they're what make the next move possible. Move 4, hire for delivery. Skilled freelancers and contractors execute the SOPs. You move to quality control and client communication. Your margin per client drops, but your capacity multiplies, and capacity is where agency wealth lives. Move 5, build the client acquisition machine, referrals from happy clients, case studies turned into content, targeted outreach, and eventually paid ads. An agency with a reliable way to get clients and a reliable way to deliver results is one of the most straightforwardly scalable businesses an ordinary person can build with almost zero startup capital. The honest hard parts, because there are real ones. Clients can be demanding, and managing people is a skill you will be forced to learn. Service quality can slip when you stop doing the work yourself, which is why those SOPs and quality checks matter so much. And churn is the silent killer. Keeping clients is more profitable than finding clients. So over deliver in month 1, report results visibly every month, and treat client communication as half the product. A mediocre result communicated brilliantly retains better than a great result communicated poorly. That's not cynicism, that's the reality that clients can't see your work, only your reporting of it. Timeline: with an existing skill, you can land your first retainer client in 30 to 60 days, reach 3 to 5 clients within 6 months, and be running a team-powered operation inside a year. The agency model is hands down the fastest realistic path from zero to a serious full-time income online. Not the most passive, but the most reliable at scale. Now let's talk about selling physical things, because despite everything digital, humans still love objects. Part 7: E-commerce, selling physical products without a warehouse. E-commerce is the model everyone's uncle has heard of, the one with the flashes, screenshots, and the most landmines. So let me give you the clear-eyed version. Selling physical products online breaks into 3 main approaches, in ascending order of difficulty and reward. Approach 1: print on demand. You create designs for t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, posters, phone cases, journals, and a fulfillment partner like Printful or Printify prints and ships each item only when a customer orders it. You hold zero inventory, you risk zero money on stock, and your entire job is 2 things: designs people want and traffic to see them. Margins are thin, you might keep $5 to $15 per shirt. So print on demand wins on niche specificity, generic cool designs strong. Designs for passionate micro communities thrive. Nurses with dark humor, owners of a specific dog breed, players of a niche hobby, members of a profession with inside jokes. Passion plus identity equals purchases. And with AI design tools, the speed at which one person can test designs has gone from 1 a day to dozens a day, which fundamentally changes the math of finding winners. Approach 2: dropshipping. You list products in your own online store. When someone buys, your supplier ships directly to them. Again, no inventory. But understand what dropshipping really is, because the gurus lie about this. Dropshipping is not a product business, it's a marketing business. It's a marketing business. Your products are commodities. Anyone can source. Your only edge is finding winning products before saturation, creating ads that convert, and building a store that feels trustworthy. It can work and people do make real money, but it's competitive, ad dependent, and margins get squeezed from every direction. If you go this route, go in knowing you're signing up to become an elite media buyer and offer tester, not a product owner. Approach 3: branded e-commerce, building an actual brand with your own product, your own packaging, your own story, often selling on your own store plus marketplaces like Amazon. This requires capital for inventory and patience for product development, but it's the only e-commerce model that builds a sellable, defensible asset. Customers return for brands, they never return for dropship commodities. The smart sequence many follow: validate demand cheaply with print on demand or dropshipping, find what people actually buy, then graduate the winners into a real brand with better products and real margins. Across all 3 approaches, the success equation is identical: product market fit times traffic times conversion. A product people want, eyeballs on the offer, and a store that turns visitors into buyers. Beginners obsess over store design, the logo, the colors, the fonts, and ignore the only 3 numbers that matter: cost to acquire a customer, average order value, and repeat purchase rate. If acquiring a customer costs more than the profit they generate, no beautiful logo will save you. If it costs less, almost nothing can stop you. E-commerce is real, but I'll be straight with you. Of all the models in this video, it's the one where beginners lose actual money most often, because paid ads punish inexperience with real bills. If you're starting with limited capital, start with print on demand on marketplaces like Etsy, where the platform brings the traffic before you ever spend a rupee or dollar on ads. Now, let's talk about the model that is rewriting all the other models as we speak. Part 8: the AI opportunity, the biggest shift since the internet itself. Everything I've described so far existed 5 years ago. What I'm about to describe did not, and it's creating the kind of ground floor opportunity that comes along maybe once a decade. Artificial intelligence has done something profound to online business. It has collapsed the cost of production. Things that used to require teams, writing, design, video production, coding, data analysis, customer support can now be done by one person directing AI tools. And whenever the cost of production collapses, two kinds of people make fortunes. Those who use the new tools to produce at impossible speed, and those who teach and implement the new tools for everyone else. Let me give you the concrete money paths. Path 1, AI-augmented services. Take every freelance and agency service we discussed and supercharge it. A copywriter using AI drafts produces 5 times the output. A video editor using AI tools cuts editing time by 70%. A developer ships in days what took weeks. Here's the critical insight. Clients pay for outcomes, not hours. So when AI lets you deliver the same outcome in a fifth of the time, your effective hourly rate quintuples without raising prices. The freelancers complaining that AI will replace them are competing against the freelancers using AI to out-deliver everyone. Be the second kind. Path 2. AI implementation services. This might be the single most underpriced skill on the internet right now. Millions of businesses know they should be using AI and have absolutely no idea how. The person who walks into a clinic, a real estate office, a law firm, an e-commerce brand and says, I will build you an AI system that answers your customer inquiries instantly, books your appointments automatically, and follows up with every lead, that person is selling money at a discount. Businesses don't buy technology, they buy saved hours and captured revenue. Automation tools have made these systems buildable by motivated non-programmers. And businesses happily pay hundreds to thousands per month for systems that replace tasks they currently pay salaries for. Path 3, AI-powered content at scale. Faceless channels with AI voiceovers and AI-assisted scripts. AI avatars presenting content in multiple languages. One person publishing across markets that used to require entire localization teams. AI-assisted research compressing days of preparation into hours. The creators winning right now aren't choosing between human creativity and AI production. They are using human judgment to direct AI volume. Taste plus speed beats either one alone. Path 4, AI-enhanced digital products, prompt libraries for specific professions, AI-built templates and tools, custom GPTs and chat assistants that solve niche problems. There is micro software built with AI coding assistance by people who couldn't write code 2 years ago. The barrier between I have an idea and I have a product has never been thinner. And the meta point that matters more than any single path, we are early. Most of the world has not adapted. Most businesses have not implemented. Most freelancers have not upgraded. The window where simply being competent with AI tools is a massive competitive advantage is open right now. And like every window before it, it will eventually close as these skills become baseline. The people who learned websites in 2005, social media in 2012 and short form video in 2020 all caught a wave early. This is that moment for AI. The tide is moving whether you swim or not. Part 9, choosing your path. The decision framework 7 models. So which one is yours? Because here's the next trap waiting for you. Trying all of them at once, which guarantees failure at each, or endlessly researching instead of choosing, which guarantees failure at everything. Use this framework. 3 questions. Question 1. How urgently do you need money? If you need income within 1 to 2 months, the answer is selling skills, freelancing or productized services. Full stop. Do not start a YouTube channel when rent is due. If you have 6 to 12 months of patience and an existing income covering your life, you can afford the compounding plays, content, affiliate, digital products. Question 2. What's your strongest natural asset? If you have a marketable skill, writing, design, editing, coding, marketing, lead with services and let them fund everything else. If you have deep knowledge of a niche, a profession, a hobby, a transformation you've lived, lead with content and digital products in that niche. Because authentic expertise is the rarest commodity online. If you have some capital but limited time, lean toward models where money buys speed, paid traffic, e-commerce, hiring, delivery help. And if you have nothing but time and willingness, that's not nothing, that's actually the classic starting hand. Spend month 1 building a tier 2 skill, then sell it. Question 3. What can you sustain for 12 months? This is the question nobody asks and everybody should. Every model on this list works and every model takes longer than you want it to. The variable that decides your outcome is not the model, it's whether you're still executing in months 9. So choose the model whose daily work you can tolerate, even enjoy. If you hate writing, don't build a blog. If cameras terrify you and you refuse faceless formats, don't pick video. The best business model for you is the one you won't quit. And then the stacking strategy, which is how this actually plays out for people who win long term. Phase 1, one fast cash steal model. Execute it until it produces reliable monthly income. Phase 2, reinvest that cash and the expertise you gained into a leverage asset. A digital product solving the problems your clients keep having, or content teaching what you now know. Phase 3, the assets feed each other. The content brings clients and product sales. The products fund the content. The client work generates the case studies and knowledge that make the content valuable. This is how one person ends up with 4 or 5 income streams that all reinforce each other, not by chasing 5 things at once, but by stacking them one at a time, each on the foundation of the last one model. Mastered, then stacked. That's the formula.